So unfortunately that video lasted 10 minutes. So if you haven't seen the first part, this is the second part of why I've left the crew and why it's got a lot to do with minors within the crew. So once I got to the end of the last video, I'd spoke about the president basically bullying and asking minors within the crew to send him pictures of them and their sister, who's 16. And after all the fighting that was going on within the crew, even after the captain had specifically said not to, they had never came for me. I just used to grind away, doing what I did. Never got involved with any of it. But then the president came for me. And I said, if he hits me and kills me with any of those rockets, I'm just going to leave. That's what I was saying to myself. That'll be it. Done. Now, he never managed to hit me. Not for lack of trying, but I just kept on driving and going as fast as I do in the pharmacy vehicle. So I'd said to myself, look, I need to say something to the captain. I thought to myself, I'll go to the president personally and I'll speak to him about it because it was involving him. But the one reason why I didn't is it was the minor thing. Because I thought, if this is something he's did before, if this is something he's known for, I can't go straight to him about it. So the only other person I can go is the captain. So I went to the captain. Now I said to the captain, I said, right, I give you permission that as soon as I start talking to you about this, I don't mind you bringing in Marco. You can bring in whoever you want. I'm not going behind people's backs with this. I will speak to them directly. But because of something I'm going to tell you, I've decided to bring it to you first. So I went into the whole killing thing. I also went into the whole minor and photographs thing. And the killing me. Everything. Now I said, go and get him. And he was like, no, Graham, thanks for bringing it to my attention. And the captain, this is one of the things that didn't make sense. The captain said to me, to be fair with you, Graham, I've been speaking to my wife and I've been unsure about the president. I've been unsure about Marco. Certain things I just don't like about him. So thank you for bringing it to my attention. I do believe you. I don't have to bring him in. I'm going to deal with this. And I was like, okay then, no problem. So then I just went about my day. Now, when I went back on, a couple of the people had been called away and then came back. So I knew there was words that had been said. And then the captain put a couple of big texts in the group chat, basically saying, this will not be tolerated. You cannot kill each other. I've already said that. Now, it doesn't matter how big your rank is. If I catch you or hear about you killing anybody, you're out, no matter what your rank is. Specifically, basically saying, I don't care if you're the president or not. So that went on. And then the president, the captain, actually, he was contacting me while I was live, and I kept on having to shut my live down and go in and speak to him about the things, but he wanted proof of him specifically trying to kill me. I didn't have any proof about the conversation with the minors. I did have proof about them all killing each other because I had clips. But the clip of them killing me, or him trying to kill me, I didn't save it. And although I saved, when the captain asked me, I've got screenshots of him asking me all this as well. I did say, look, I've saved the last hour, which you can do on PlayStation. I'll look at that as soon as I've done this mission, and then I'll see if it's in there. Unfortunately, it wasn't. So I said, it isn't in the video, but if he's saying that he didn't see me doing deliveries, he may have been thinking that it was a motorcycle delivery. But if it helps, it was a pharmaceutical delivery. But he was firing rockets at me and clusters and things like that. He just didn't manage to kill me. And he went, okay, Graham, I believe you. He's saying that he didn't, but he was saying that he might kick the president. And he was like serious. I was like, oh, wow. So after that was all said and done, then I got a text from the president. If you've got a problem with me, come to me. So I was like, right. Shut my live down again, started a group chat straight away, just for him. And I just let loose on him. What's the time? And I just let loose on him. And I was like, I wanted to come to you. I thought long and hard of it, not. But the reason why I decided to go to captain is because I didn't know what you were known for. I didn't know would you just deny it like you have been? Because he never. It was one of the things I said to him. I was like, you just don't want to admit to any of it. You don't think you've done anything wrong. I was like, can't you see? You were asking minors for pictures. It doesn't matter what the pictures were. It doesn't matter about the situation. The minor that you wanted to get pictures of clearly didn't want to. He was just saying it was a laugh. But they were saying, no, I do not want to send you these pictures. They were uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. Everybody must have been. But he kept on at it. And then the other crew members were coming in on it as well. No, you're just fat. You don't want to send the pictures. Why don't you want to? That's it, you're a ride around. It's like, you can't see there's anything wrong with that. If you can't see there's anything wrong with that, this crew's a mess. And he was like, well, what do you mean by that? I was like, the crew's a mess. There's no structure. You just do what you want. You want pictures of minors. You've got prospects killing captains and things like that. This crew isn't run very well. This crew's a mess. And he was like, right, I think we need to sit down with Captain. And at that point, I'd already decided I was leaving. I just wanted to give him a piece of my mind and tell him how wrong he was for wanting pictures of minors. But then, now, the captain had said he was on my side, he believed me, and then the president was like, right, we need to sit down with the captain. I was like, yeah, let's do that. I want to do that. I want to sit down with everybody. Because everybody's going to know that I've said something. So I want to clear the air, even though it might not clear the air with everybody. I want to sit down, and I want to say to people, yeah, I did say something. This is wrong. They're minors. So then, all of a sudden, the captain kicked me out the group. After saying he had my back and he didn't trust the president and things like that. That didn't make a lot of sense. But even at that, the president went, I don't know why he's just kicked you. Let me get back to you on that one. So when he went away to get back to me, they invited me into a session. And I thought, oh, they want to talk about it. The president invited me into the session. But then when they invited me into the session, they wanted to grief me. But I went into passive mode, and I've got videos of this. I was just sort of standing about, and they were just trying to blow me up, and there was fire everywhere. And then when they went away, I know their tactics, because when we've been doing it to other people, they've got the cargo bob and they've dropped cars on the people that were in passive mode just to kill them. So I made a quick dash, got in my Sparrow, got to my yacht, and then I just stayed in my yacht for ages. At one point, I just turned my telly on and I kept on moving my stick, so that they couldn't, I didn't time out. But while I was in the jet, they were all trying to kill me and they were all firing at me, but they didn't stand a chance. At yacht, you can't kill somebody in the yacht. But yeah, so I'm definitely out the crew now. But just to do videos about why, it's because there's no structure within the crew. For one, they just kill everybody, and even prospects can kill the president and get away with it, when it's meant to be role play and there's meant to be respect and you're not meant to draw guns on people. But the main reason is this crew lets minors into the crew as young as 14, and they wanted to invite a 13-year-old into the crew. And more than that, they bully minors into giving them pictures, and that's the president. And that is the main reason why I'm not in the crew.